in whiskey, older does not necessarily mean better. Also, vintage does not automatically mean better. Whiskey produced in modern times are usually better than the older ones because, well, distilling techniques just get better over time. Okay, so that's like a natural progression there. So, there, I started with that. Tonight we are reviewing Shackleton. It's a blended Scotch whiskey and it's bottled at 40% ABV. Alright, so the name of the whiskey, Shackleton, is from, alright, this guy here, okay, Sir Ernest Shackleton. So who was he? He's the principal figure of the heroic age of Antarctic exploration. When his ship was lost to the ice of Antarctica, he led each one of his crew home to safety in one of the greatest stories of leadership and survival ever told. A charismatic leader who explored the unknown. Right? So he led an expedition to the Antarctic, and he brought, well, several bottles of whiskey with him. And where's that? There. Okay, so in 1907, Sir Ernest Shackleton took 25 cases, all right, not just several bottles, several cases of Mackinlay's rare old Highland malt on his record-setting Antarctic expedition. Now, 100 years later, in 2007, 11 bottles of this perfectly preserved whiskey were discovered engulfed in ice beneath his base camp. And today, based on the antique whiskey and an inspirational story of exploration and leadership, Shackleton is a master class in the art of whiskey blending. All right, so the whiskey is blended by master blender Richard Patterson. There, he's kind of a big figure in the whiskey industry there. Okay, so right, let me show you the box again. Right, so when we bought this, it came in this box, and there came with a free item. This one. Okay, so it came with this slightly bluish whiskey glass. There. Now, okay, let's talk about the description, the whiskey. So it says here blended malt. All right, so when you say blended malt, it's a blend of single malt whiskeys, unlike blended Scotch whiskeys, which have, well, single malt whiskeys and some grain alcohol. Okay, so there. So this is single malts only. Also, it's a blended malt Scotch, meaning the component Scotches came from different distilleries, unlike single malt Scotch whiskey there. So blended malt Scotch, again, is just a combination of single malt Scotches from different distilleries. Now, another popular blended malt Scotch would be the Johnny Walker Green Label there. That bottle, however, is 15 years old, and this one here has no age statement on the bottle. So the only thing we can assume is this is 3 years old at least, because that's the legal requirement. Before you can call your product Scotch, it has to be aged for at least 3 years. There. All right. So in this, let's see. In this review, we'll look at, all right, here, some additional info from the box. All right, so the tasting notes here, it says, a pleasant nose of vanilla, toffee, apple, and cinnamon. On the mouth, flavors of dark sugar, sweet dried fruits, glazed pineapple, and mango. So this should be fruity. This will be followed with a finish of hot mulled wine, praline chocolate, with a final whisper of bonfire smoke. All right, well, let's see if we could get those. right, so on the nose, yeah, it is indeed kind of fruity. So the ethanol is kind of dominant though. It's malty, kind of reminds me of beer. Smells like so yeah, I get ethanol, malt, some nuts. Did they say nuts here? Nah, nope. All right, and I get the smoke. There is some smoke, but it's not strong. You know, I remember when I first tried this, I had to drink a non-smoky whiskey first before I got the smoke from here. Yeah. All right, let's take a swig. It's kind of thin. It has this harsh alcohol burn that, all right, well, okay, it fades quickly, then nothing else. So it's just that, you know, the alcohol burn, and then yeah, it has a kind of a thin mouthfeel. It's not, how do I put this delicately? It's not good there, but I don't like it very much. Maybe I'm just not the market, you know, because I'm sure there are people who would appreciate, you know, that kind of experience, you know, thin mouth feel, then that harsh alcohol burn. Well, I like the harsh alcohol burn, but it has to come with something else, you know, to counterbalance that, right? But here there's nothing. It's just that, you know, harsh alcohol burn, then nothing else. The finish, yeah, it's gone pretty quickly. Let me try again. So it's that ethanol is kind of harsh. So it's short and quick, but it leaves a dry feeling. And there's smoke, sure, and it's the description here. The description here is very accurate. It's just a whisper, a whisper of bonfire smoke. Now I'm not at that level yet. If I could, you know, identify if it's bonfire smoke or meat smoke or peat smoke there, but sure, there is some smoke, but again, just a whisper. And I personally like my scotches with a lot of smoke. I like Ardbeg, I like Talisker, I like Lagavulin. So there, it's the experience is a little, what do you call this? Short, you know. So, but again, this is, I think the objective here is to, you know, just get people into, well, a deeper experience with the Scotch. I think this is your second step, you know, after your usual blends. You know, you try you know, a whiskey that's just, you know, from single malt scotches there, and well, at the beginner level, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The whiskeys, other scotches I mentioned, they're pretty high up there, right? So maybe I'm just not the market, but yeah, I'm not gonna buy this again. There, I think it is better suited for mixing. Maybe it's not meant to be sipped slowly on its own. There, okay, so it's kind of harsh, and that's it. Okay, so Ardbeg, okay, one of my favorite scotches, is harsh. Okay, it is. And the thing about it is, while it's harsh, it also rewards you with a great drinking experience. You know, there's a lot of things that come after the drink, right? So you also get a lot of other notes, right? And you know, there's a reward. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's harsh, but it's rewarding. But here, it's just harsh. There. So, nose again. Just to recap, nose, you get ethanol. It's malty, sure. Some smoke, and yeah, some nuts there. For the palate, I did not get any of the fruits that they mentioned there. On the finish, I didn't get the chocolate that they promised there on the label. So there. Yeah, not that great. But again, that's just me. All right. Okay. I don't know how to end these things. So bye.